Father, Jesse Hagebook, he was in World War II, and after he got out of the war, he got the first GI loan for a black man to open his business here in Detroit. He bought an existing printing company. It was called Radio Printing at the time, and he changed the name to Book Printing Company on the corner of Bethune and Oakland. But growing up, I always heard all the stories, and I worked in the printing shop at a very early age, probably from elementary school all the way up until my adult years. Probably 1997 is when we, shut the shop down. But we had printing. We did the printing for the Gotham Hotel, which a lot of people know about, the historic Gotham Hotel. A lot of the bars in the cities, which are gone now, the Raven Lounge, Garfield Lounge, the Sugar Hill Lounge, the Flame Show Bar. Sonny Wilson, as you saw on the film, had a lot of bars, and he was also a member of what's called the Detroit Idlewilders. And my father and my mother, they purchased property in Idlewild, Michigan, and built their house up there when I was 6 months old. But that really didn't have that much to do about Black Bottom. But my father was also the co-founder of what was called the Detroit Cotillion Club. All the prominent business owners in the city were part of the Detroit Cotillion Club. Sonny Wilson, Brazelton, a lot of people that you, Roxborough. I believe his uncle was the manager of Joe Louis, the famous boxer. But like I said, my father, his printing company, James Mays, I don't know if Mays came today or not, but his father was Mays Printing Company, you also saw in the film. But all Brazelton Florist, all of those businesses were a part of the Detroit Cotillion Club. And every year they had their Cotillion Club ball. And the girls who were graduating from high school, it was like they're coming out. And they were presented to the community as coming out of high school and going on in their life. My sister, Debbie, who just showed up, she was a cotillion debutante. But he talked about, all the businesses that were on those streets over there, on Hastings and Garfield and Shane, all those streets and all the prominent bars and hotels and nightclubs that were in the city of Detroit at that time. And like I said, I was there at a very young age. He talked about coal, burning coal. My father actually put me in the furnace. It wasn't on, but to put coal into a coal burning furnace, my mother had a fit. That's what she always said. I had a fit, he put you in the furnace. But to put coal in the burning furnace. The Barthwell drugstore, I believe, had a drugstore maybe on the corner of Bethune and Oakland at some point. And my father purchased that whole building later on. But there were businesses all up and down Oakland Avenue. Lee's Sensation, Phelps Lounge. At one point, the 20 Grand was called the Latin Quarter. Was right over there. It had skating rinks, all types of things in the city of Detroit, black-owned businesses. And some of the businesses, like you heard John Roxborough, he took up to Idlewild, Michigan, and they had the big events at the Paradise Club and the Flamingo Club. But they were really stationed here in Detroit. Polk had a skating rink here in Detroit, and they built a skating rink in Idlewild, Michigan, which me and a lot of other people, we learned how to skate in Idlewild, but they had a big skating rink here in Detroit. Okay. So there was a lot of history, and like I said, I'm not qualified